headlines once again. Bizarre activities by elite steering wedding, traditional rituals eroding culture, says EOL. 30th death anniversary of Lamyanba NK Sanajauba observed. And several bodies continue to denounce government for organizing Sangai Festival. Once again, welcome back to Pm-Istv English News at 4. You with me again, Chingshubum Kandukaps Janu. Now let's see the news in details. General Secretary of Inat Yokhatpa Luptin, EOL M. Dhanajoy, has said the introduction of bizarre activities by few alleged during weddings and traditional rituals eroded the land's culture. In a press meet held at Apunba Idaypaki Mahiroi Sinpang Lob, AMS Kwakaitel, Dhananjoy said the instances of cake cutting ceremonies and additions of golden flowers replicas in the symbolic garlands during wedding has attented the culture. He termed the activities as disrespect to the afflicting economy and the prevailing unrest and appeal to those concerned to acknowledge the culture, emotions and stop such eccentric activities.
Sukkanna miyamgi campaign aduga leiriba kendra nifu maksida miyamga khusamnaduna lekai khun punamakta mass campaign changchaliba press meet tawriba miyam sibu karisu leitana khanba mongda luhongbada isana tawning bo mongda tawsalakpa khoigi kundu pareng lengbada sanagi kundu hapchalakpa adi cake kakpi ganu na miyam na hanna appeal torokpa jibokta cake kaksalakpa adigi phijang pak chauna khoigi hen basading haitare ko sigumba paisa yam chauna thadaraga tawgi yauna tawba mata sidi miyam bu thoi sitabani haina aikhoi yolamadi miyam na lojai aduna asigumba se matung makhata abada atei miyam ju sogopi ganu aduga asigumba torokpa matamda lekai khun da lebiriba ima maira baibi sing club sing na su khare yengchen biu aduga yol na chu mase makhata na akanba miyang changjagani asigumba tawhidaba masang mayam se asigumba se makhata na tawbi ganu aduga tawgiba mi sing na su isana khangna miyam da soi khre lan khre natragana akoi sigumba khangogdre hogdre haibana chingdu sengdok piraga khogi miyam bu hena bhat tan biu natragadi miyam humna changsali bi ho se yamna maring barang ba chayet khoyana phibam ado aduda taragani haina media singi thongda akoigi iol gi maikai digi thamjari.
30th death anniversary of Lamyanba NK Sanajauba was observed today at Singjumai Wangma Torban Khetri Lekai. The observance was organized by Lamyanba Sanajauba Ningsing Thopang Lub under the aegis of NK Sanajauba Memorial Trust. Chairman of the association, Waikhom Nageshwar Maitai, and former UNLF chairman, Ningthemcha Sanayaima, led the attendees in offering floral tributes to the monument of NK Sanajauba to honor the led leader. Speaking to media, RK Sanayaima said the ideologies of the NK Sanajauba are gaining more relevance with the present economy and situation of the state. The present society will gain any advantages if the present generations followed his ideology, as Sanayaima added.
아침먹이다먹다 한잔나 제일 장박기다봐 아주 많이 마기 본치도 스트럭을 먹이 saktam loki ba tumba music more nahasing yamno taktai tumda tamon ke snaja osun nahani 나와나 아tumba struggle yaroki bagi 본치도 ngasi mirolna morona naharosingna modu khidan modu neinaadana lepak sigi kunai sigi oi film sidagi lepak kunai pro kannaba tabak thonang lobong amabadi longno honerdi lepak yam kana oine hapse maina koi mirolda moron harosingda sipawisi bini.
Ningthokong Protection Committee has expressed strong disapproval over the government for organizing the Sangai Festival, alleging that its state aims to claim restoration of normalcy in the state over the unrest which has prevailed for over 2 years. In a press meet held at its office at Ningthokong Committee, Secretary Moirangthem Rajan criticized the government decision amid the situation in the state and added that the committee strongly opposes the festival. He stated that the decision underlines the partisan treatment of the government over the community and announced that the committee will be in support of the bodies which object the festival if the government decides to go ahead with organizing the festival.
Hupna Equigi Nena Taba Kunaima, Nena Taba Mahingama Laktribo Pawa, Sigumlo Festival, Sing Sipangto, Piaro, Hibasi, Equi Mitai Kunai Goiba, Arepa, Manipuri Kunai Singi, Oiba, Arepa, Ama Tamasi Hibo Wapamsi, Equi print media, electronic media, Ikutanga, Lepak Miam Pumda, Ningthokong Protection Committee, Na Han Miam, the Paujan Pijari.
Chairman of Celine Digital, Fanjobom Lenajid, has stated that it would appropriate to organize the Sangai Festival after ensuring rehabilitation for the internally displaced person, mentioning that the IDPs are still languishing at relief camps and the national highways remain inaccessible to the people. Lenajid called on the authorities to reconsider the decision, reiterating that rehabilitation should be prioritized before organizing the festival.
IDP Singchi, Yangwana Kangi, Masiku Matakta, IDP Singchi, Akoi, Society attempt to the Society Regalaki, the Bakayam, Yaurigani, Hosi Maksumako Yam, our people, the lady, Manipurasi, Santi when a labor, I would do Oidriganina, Masi Cantabiru, Aduga Masi took you, Tangai Padragati, Hantaki Chasiki in a Su, Sangai Festival, let's say, on Topiganu.
In an initiative to support and empower married women and widows of poor households in Moirang AC, local MLA Thongam Santi distributed fly shuttles, looms and sewing machine to selected beneficiaries of Moirang Municipal Council Ward number 5, 6 and 12 today. The distribution was held at the MLA's office at Moirang Philem Lekai. Addressing the occasion, MLA Santi emphasized on the role of women in a family and importance of self-reliant women. He said developing each household is essential to bring progress in the constituency and appealed not to malign the distribution as a political move.
I MLA or Namaranke, the Lizawagi, Moigi, family do that. By the Pali, or so, boy, the Kenaka Soxibo, Zagadu, equally, Pizzaga, Mother maintenance, don't know what of the boy that immuned the Pisaka, the central of the Lady, Moy, Award, but in Panzerati, I MLA or the Karakada, Moida in a number Matingo, Hadan or the Mahisare, and I lose a Kana, I do walk alone do that. I give my uncle and that. I lied of what many have I give Pandamdo, Adu Manumsana, Makata, Pantorpa, Aduma, Toromani.
And the beneficiary expressed appreciation towards Moirang MLA for his initiative and wished for his success. Chairman of MPCC Kisan Cell, Laishram Nando, has called on all party workers at both mandal and block levels to begin making efforts to form a Congress government in order to bring progress to society. He made a statement during the felicitation ceremony of Hawaii Bam Ibotombi on being appointed as working president of MPCC. Organized by Kontojum Block Congress Committee, the program held at the committee office at Awang Jiri was attended by former MP Dr. Tokchom Maina, Block President G. Kalenjao Kabui and Chairman MPCC Kisan Cell Laishram Nando among other party members. In his statement, L. Nando added that the appointment will boost to the party and improve block activities.
Lady Irang solution to the Lambi Kulas Taba, Hon Saba, Ugitova, Shidamai Onzana Pazabu. Kung sumado honori boduna kanaroi akoi madibu masamo ina maitei masamo ina akoi chathok coaching to bo yarakta ba senapati lan ba yarakta ba kangkopi lan da yarakta ba kathima milan ba yarakta ba asigmu mayam se akoi government sena siana loisala ningi aduga development to honingi adu natragadi akoi si nomo gi waba adum helani haina ayangna media gi thong haijaningi aida arobi haijaning budi Manipur Praja Punamak, Pondong Kenda, Praja Punamak, Manipu Nungaina, Kendi Nungaina Lagi, Hybataragati, Congress of Board PBU, Adu Manipu Wage and Adum Lebataragati, Kendi Wage Lebatagdi, BJP the Board PBU, Adu Manipu Nungaina Hagiti, Congress of Board PBU.
New working president Hawaibam Ibotombi affirmed to work with dedication for the party and to uphold the trust bestowed in him.
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee ki President Ming Panjabada Kogi Siri K. Melson Singnaibu Kogi working president asi Happy Bani Damdam Si Saukathang Topa Hiram Thong Kaya Hena Thawayanga Mayam Kendra Sigi Koi Block Kusam Naraga Tabak Kaya Koi Party Pankanaba Kendra Mari Sigi Tabak Thoram Dayak Adum Lepa Leighton Ogishu Dumai program Kaya Adum Yaujari.
Two-day national seminar on technology and mental well-being organized by Department of Psychology, Manipur University commenced today at the university's VC Court Hall. The inaugural function graced by Dean School of Mathematical and Physical Sciences, Professor Sumitra Fanjobam, Professor at Department of Earth Science MU S. Ibotombi, and Dean School of Human and Environmental Science MU Professor S. Jibon Kumar as the main guest also released a book titled Mental Health and Conflict Paradigm. During the function, Professor Sumitra spoke about the impact of global technological advancement and the condition of mental well-being with emerging issues such as privacy risk and smartphones brought on by the internet.
So in our time, we never heard of counseling, we never heard of therapy. But now I think it has become the norm, especially in the advanced states or in the other countries, advanced countries. So I think the seminar that is being conducted will address this kind of issues, and it will help in working out strategies on how technology can be used for the advancement and for the benefit of human beings, and at the same time not to let it affect the mental health.
Valedictory program for students experience in interstate living SEIL Northeast Bharat study tour organized by Akhil Bharatiya Vidharthi Parishad Manipur with the theme One Nation, One People, One Culture was held at NIELIT Akampat today. Director of Sericulture Robertson Assam, Executive Director NIELIT Dr. Yumnam Jayanta, Vice President AVBP Manipur Professor A. Dinamani, SEIL Manipur in charge and Deepak Kumar, and Secretary AVBP Manipur Gautam Philem attended as the main guest of the program. Addressing the function, and Deepak Kumar called on the youth to unite, to build, develop and to collectively stand against forces which aim to create division. He urged the visiting youth leaders to acknowledge and recognize the culture, tradition and situation of Manipur and spread it across their homesteads. In connection with National Education Day 2025, Department of Education, Dhanmanjuri University DMU organized a lecture program on education, Age of AI at GP Women's College Library Hall today. The program dignitaries included Vice Chancellor of DMU, Professor Wahingbam Chandababu, Principal GP Women College, Professor L. Rajain, Dean School of Social Science, DMU, Professor Kaithelakpam Indramani, Principals of Government Hindi Teachers Training College, Professor Athokpam Asa Sinha delivered a lecture as the resource person of the program. 5-day IMA Loktak Expo 2025 organized by B.K. Chanu Foundation under the aegis of Ministry of MSME concluded on Monday at Sendra Public Ground. The closing function was attended by Assistant Director, Ministry of MSME Manoj Chairperson B.K. Chanu Foundation Kangabam Bijaya Chanu, who is also the President of Northeast Women Entrepreneurs Association Manipur Chapter, Artist G. Boni and Proprietor KSM Fine Art K. Sanahongba was its main guest. Children painting competition, entertainment performances and a musical night marked the closing day. Speaking on the occasion, Assistant Director Manoj said similar expos are being organized at over 300 locations across India under MSME with the aim to promote the local entrepreneurs. Chairperson of BK Chanu Foundation Kangabam Bijaya Chanu said the expo is organized to provide a market for the entrepreneurs who have been impacted by the prevailing situation. Manipur's fashion designer Robert Naurim showcased his latest collection titled Vogue Looms at the Celebrating India Festival 2025 held in Seoul, South Korea. The show, presented under his RN Studio label, combined Manipuri traditional handloom artistry with modern fashion aesthetics. Model bought from Korea and Manipur walked the runway in elegant ribboned ensembles that reflect the craftsmanship and vibrant spirit of Manipuri artisans. The show was directed by Vikram Rai Mehdi and produced by NEIFT. The event received support from the Korea Federation of Textile Industries. In Senapati, a unity march was organized to commemorate the 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. Deputy Commissioner Senapati Mamoni Dole led the Sardar at 150 Padyatra unity march from the DC office complex to the I Love Senapati point near the old DC office. The program was organized by Mera Yuva Bharat Senapati in collaboration with the District Youth Affairs and Sports Department and the National Service Scheme Cell. Around 300 participants joined the march. The event began with a floral tribute and candle lighting ceremony in honor of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Addressing the gathering, DC Mamoni Dole expressed a happiness to lead the march on the occasion and urged everyone to follow Patel's ideal of unity, integrity and discipline in their daily lives. She appealed for collective efforts towards building an inclusive, progressive and peaceful society. As part of the event, DC Mamoni Dole administered the Atma Nirbhar pledge to participants and distributed sports kits to 11th youth and students organization from various localities.
But it should not be only a walk, you wear your t-shirt and you just walk and forget about the ideals and the principles which have been told. As we take this march, remember the ideals and the values of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, his life and how he has devoted his life to the three philosophies which he have mentioned: unity, integrity and discipline. And also for the officials here and for the students for your future, an unwavering commitment to public service. That is what he stood for and that is what he lived his whole life for.
Kangpokpi joined the nation in celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel by organizing the Sardar at 150 Unity March at the district headquarters. Organized jointly by the BJP Kangpokpi Mandal and Nehru Yuva Kendra Kangpokpi. The event drew participation from students, youths and members of the various civil society organizations. The march echoed the ideal of Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat and reflected the vision of Vikshit Bharat and Atma Nirbhar Bharat championed by the Chief Prime Minister. As part of the celebration, sports material were also distributed to Youths Club across Kangpokpi's 3 blocks. In the national news, we have in Bihar 31.38% voting turnout was registered when the reports last came in for a second and final phase of assembly election. Voting is taking place for 122 constituencies spread over 20 districts in this phase. More than 3 crore 70 lakh voters will decide the fate of 1,302 candidates, including 136 women. The voting, which began at 7 a.m., will conclude at 6 in the evening, except for 7 constituencies where it will end at 5 p.m. for security reasons. Election Commission has made elaborate arrangement for conducting smooth polling. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged voters in Bihar to exercise their franchise with full enthusiasm enthusiasm. Counting of votes will be taken up on 14th of this month. In international news, we have from the Bangladesh, the several incidents of bomb blast, gunfire and arson in different parts of the Dhaka have sparked major security concern in the Bangladeshi capital ahead of next week's political demonstration. According to police and local media reports, unidentified miscreants carried out a series of small-scale bomb explosions late last night in areas including Motizal, Paltan and Mirpur, where reports of sporadic gunfires were also heard in parts of the city. Several vehicles and roadside shops were set on fire, prompting emergency responses from police and fire service personnel. Law enforcement agencies have described the incident as act of sabotage aimed at creating panic ahead of November 13 Dhaka lockdown program announced by the banned Amawi League. No casualties have been officially reported so far, though several areas witnessed temporary panic among residents. A senior Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP official told reporters that security has been tightened across the capital, with the checkpoints established at all major entry and exit point. He added that law enforcement agencies are on high alert amid fears of further unrest ahead of the November 13th. The Home Ministry has directed police, paramilitary and intelligence agencies to step up surveillance and ensure public safety. And with that, before we conclude the headlines once again. Bizarre activities by elites during weddings, traditional rituals eroding culture, says Yol. 30th death anniversary of Lamyanba NK Sanajauba observed. And several bodies continue to denounce government for organizing Sangai Festival. Well, that was all for today's afternoon English News Bulletins. We'll be back with more updates. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining with us.